Hello, everybody. My name is Makai Brown. I am one of the representatives of Word is Bond, and I'm just going to be sharing a few poems with you today. So, this first one that I have is new, so it's untitled. Hope you like it. 1. I give you my heart. The valleys of my love are large, green, lush brushstrokes showing rolling hills childishly spilling over one another, running downstream to catch golden brooks gleaming of the sun, surmounting to mountains raised high enough to scrape the sky and capture frostbitten caps from piercing the atmosphere for altered altitudes, which is to say, our love is a world, self-made and unrevised by God, good and rich like rain squeezed from black soil toiled by leather-tight hands, drawn tight by the tension of time, sweat, wrinkles, and other words for the stains of history. You love me like you're afraid of what letting go will leave. So I give you my body where my mouth cannot handle words with enough care, which is to say, as an apology, I offer you sun and soil. 2. Devotion is a practice sickness. Devotion is hands dripping in the muscle memory of prayer on blood-caked knees, like maybe awaiting heaven is being homesick for a place you have not been. Devotion is running against a sea of broken stained glass windows with bare feet, like maybe if you can return to faith, you will not need so much more of it. Devotion is living for someone else to love you, like father, like son, like the ghost, unholy, like maybe mercy is better served just as trembling raw, as naked as birth. Devotion is a practice sickness until it is not. 3. If you must pray to someone, then as a surrogate, I offer you myself. Because the body is no different than a book, would you worship the scriptures written in my synapses? Would a testament be made to my tongue and its thoughts? Would disciples be drawn from the depth of my diaphragm if I had died for the sins of all my lovers? Where lies their misaligned memory of me? Because the body is no different than a Bible, would you annotate the anatomy of my absent amends? Would you bookmark the cadence of my fleeting breath? Would you argue the weight of a war fought in my name? Would you love me like a god if devotion was a seed? If worship was the soil, if religion the rain poured over everything, because the body is no different than a body. Break open my spine. Spread the good word. That's the first one. Feel free to make noise. I'm very used to poetry competitions where if you hear something that you like, go, give a snap. If a line hits you, I wish I wrote that. If you feel something that moves you so much, you want to throw your shoe. Don't actually throw your shoe because I don't want to get hit. But yeah, if you like it, make some noise. And now I'm gonna do my second poem. And now we proudly present Karen the Musical. Act 1, Live, Laugh, Love. Exterior, day. PTA meeting or neighborhood watch. We begin with the song about Karen and Color Me Not crew's journey to whack the weeds beyond America's picket fence. Standing in triptych spotlight to the right is Permit Patty with 911 on speed dial. To the left is Craze and Casserole Carol with inedible arrangement in hand, and front and center stands crying Karen. With her bleached blonde, bad-built butch body and fuck-ass bob. Her face is violent and vibrating with veins pulsing a deep shade of box wine burgundy. Her cardigan flies open behind her like a self-righteous cape as she stands pointing at the accused. Cue Act 2, white woman wailing. A string reprise of stopping suspicious activity led by BBQ Becky, clawing at the mask suffocating her neck. Downstage right, the shady suspect is being choked out for resisting arrest. Blackout, fade in when she wins the chorus chants. Saving private property, saving private property, saving private property, sung on land which they gentrified. And as the light leaves his and enters her eyes, Act 3, keep Karen calm. Closing monologue. The customer is always right. I asked to speak to the manager, and if you don't let me, I will be making a citizen's arrest. Don't test me. Like I haven't been playing this game for years. Like I haven't been Becky breaking your babies down to the bone, or Sarah sending your spirits up to a different home, or Holly, or Allison, or Caroline, or Miss Ann. Like I haven't Miss Ann your children missing. Like I haven't made your martyrs. I will be taking matters into my own hands. Don't touch me. I'm an American. Get that camera out of my face. I know my rights. I know my God. I know I was exercising my God given rights when I made them niggas CrossFit. And they say the devil works hard, but I work harder for the world to be safe again, for America to be great again, because I care. And I'll never stop caring about you. That's the third. That's the fan favorite. I like doing that one. That's when people are like, you need to make a shirt out of that. I'm like, I need to get the money to make a shirt, but yes, I will. And this is gonna be my last one. Oh no.
It don't have to be more.
Well, I have there's 30 poems in here, but I'm not gonna do that to y'all. I'm not gonna do that. Yes, so last one for today, but not for next time. So let's see if I can do this one memorized. I don't know. We'll try a little bit. So this one is called Conversations with Nana, Part 3. My Nana knows the English language like a second cousin. She treats Rosetta Stone like Rosa Parks, the way she makes common colloquialisms sit in the back of her syntax when they come to an impasse. She says things funny, like sternum wheel instead of steering wheel, or man eggs instead of mayonnaise, and I feel like she's doing it on purpose, because what does turn down the radio, I can't see where I'm supposed to turn, even mean? And the one that makes the least sense to me is stay out of grown folks' conversation. When last I checked, I'm 22, and a lot of grown folks' business be happening to kids too, but she calls me a problem child. Says I got a smart mouth when I outsmart her at a game she taught me to play. I say my elders taught me respect is a one-way street, a dead end for all questions, because I said my elders taught me respect is a righteous sacrifice. Respect your elders and they'll give you a legacy like Mike. Raised in the same Gary gutters in Indiana I come from. I said I was going to do it with that. Raised in the same Gary gutters in Indiana I come from, Joe beat a best-selling thriller into his son. But if the world knew his name like a common comment, how come he left like a shooting star? Like Marvin, shot into the spotlight for the sound of his heart and soul. But who dethroned the Prince of Motown, if not the king who crowned him? Like, sometimes it takes looking to your own elders to realize you either die young a hero or live long enough to learn from your villains, like Jonathan Majors, and whoever taught him his role, but not how to separate himself from set. Just because you act like one does not make you a man. Just because you are a Marvel doesn't mean you bring the fight scenes home with you. This is learned behavior from a sea of ships that once claimed to be our saviors. Like, where did you learn to whoop your kids from? Do you slap your child with the front or the back of your hand? Who taught you that death was only delivered by God? See, Nana calls it the coward's way out. Says it's disrespectful to side with suicide the same way she says, I brought you into this world and I damn sure will take you out. I wish a nigga would try and take what is mine. Even if it is your own mind, you ain't sad, you just ain't praying enough. See, depression is just a white man's disease, wearing a pharmacist's clothing. The love you needed, I beat it into you. Child, you know you have an attitude only a grandmother can correct. So man up, fight back, learn how to face your demons even when they wear your family's faces. This ain't hell, it's home. I ain't God, but I got you here, didn't I?
That's right. Come on now.
I was raised to hold my elders in high regards, respecting those who won't even respect themselves. See, Nana says, I've been letting you down to prepare for how you put me in the ground, so remember all that I've done for you. And Nana, I do. I just wish I could say I was raised better than that. Thank you.
Let's go.
Come on, boy.
Hello, my name is Rashida, and I am with Word is Bond. I'm going to be reading a couple of my own poems with you all. I have a series of poems. Excuse me. They're acrostic sonnets that are all titled a Black Love Poem. So here's one. And she will always be my mother. Brown girl born pretty, especially when you smile. People say we look alike. I used to hate that because if you couldn't see a world reflecting beauty back to your corneas, how could you see beauty in myself? Compare you to a kiss from a rose on a grave. I've licked the blood you've pricked from my lips out of sacrifice with the hope the red would vie your attention and affection and approval. I wish to be the exception to your self-hatred, but because I wasn't born with a penis, I was an extension of your own loathing. I've tried to eradicate the feeling of not being enough for you. Maybe next lifetime I'll raise you better. Sorry, I gotta go to the other poems.
Take your time.
Okay, this is another Black Love poem. At times, I think about the night you wiped blood from between my swollen and grief weak legs, how you supported my body weight as I pushed and birthed our baby lifeless, cradled my broken pieces so gently, kissed prayers of healing on my face, tears stained. Legacy, our history I've carried on oxygenated blood cells and wavered not. With your exhale and my inhale, breathe. Eyes round and brown like yours, Zora whispered prayers of life into us with her first cry. Opened old scars and new joys blossomed bright each time I held her and still hold her tight. My lungs filled with her and you and them love.
That was big right there. That was like,
I have one more, but I gotta find it. So give me 1 second. Okay, this one is called A Beautiful Surprise. After our fifth argument of the week, he finally asked me if I was pregnant. Well, he yelled it accusingly, and I scoffed in disbelief. God could be so cruel. Mama said Daddy proposed to her in an argument. It's almost like I didn't even have a choice. You're a beautiful surprise. Hold on, I'm sorry. I did something. Okay. Okay, I'll start over. A beautiful surprise. After our fifth argument of the week, he finally asked me if I was pregnant. Well, he yelled it accusingly, and I scoffed in disbelief. God could be so cruel. Mama said that Daddy proposed to her in an argument. It's almost like I didn't even have a choice. You're a beautiful surprise. Maybe I'm just following in the footsteps of my mother. Perhaps we are meant to love recklessly or aggressively. The arguments show our passion, and Daddy has always been cool, always calm, always collected. I know he just wanted to love her, but cancers are so unstoppable.
Yes, we are.
Those
Sorry. Got kids in the room.
those claws hurt when clamped. Just for giggles, I took a pregnancy test on my birthday, and I went to the bathroom and peed on a stick. It's almost like I didn't even have a choice. You are a beautiful surprise. All of the men in my life don't like surprises or to be scared. I suppose that living in this life every day is unpredictable and horror-filled enough that it doesn't need to be manufactured. When he answered my call, I blurted out, "I'm pregnant." His response was, "Happy birthday." I cried. It's almost like I didn't even have a choice. You are a beautiful surprise. Thank you.
I said that my mic on.
No.
I'm about to do one, y'all.
Coming up
Yay!
Coming up next to the open mic, we have
Okay, let me get this mic out. I'm scared. Help me out, y'all.
Breathe. Breathe.
Take your time.
Breathe.
Take your time, do it right.
Okay, so
Do it 'cause
I'm gonna picture all y'all naked. So I ain't scared. Okay.
You got me, girl.
Okay. This poem is entitled Growing Pains. Every poem is about heartache and yearning. Maybe this one should be about life and learning, growth and wisdom, praise and appreciation. My testimonies keep me alive and reminding me why I strive. I learn with new things, never dive. Pray, 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 listen, pray some more. Be obedient and stay away from war. Love prevails and keeps the Most High alive in every intention, every move, and don't let the adversary arise. In mind or spirit, let those negative thoughts, tell those negative thoughts you ain't trying to hear it. And when you're called to transition, don't fear it. Be great, be grateful, have faith, be faithful. Resilience is a guarantee as long as you believe worthy. Another day, another sunshine, another breath, another remind. To be in love with self, in love with nature, in love with understanding the abundance of wealthy in every sight and every sound. Yesterday is over and all bad news is buried. Let the past rest in the past and don't worry, don't carry bags. Nothing is lost as long as memory serves its purpose. Sorry if I was red. I was out of breath. Thank you.
Oh no, I'm not doing this. I ain't got nothing for y'all today, baby. I'm sorry.
Miss Tina, baby.
Miss Tina ain't got it.
Miss Tina, baby.
Not today.
I feel like I didn't breathe.
Oh, I got one for
Oh,
you.
man, you got one for us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What did you get behind the camera, Rosie?
Yeah. Let me go ahead and put my little
You put your cape
Put
on?
my cape on.
Okay, here, before I press, what you call it?
Oh, this
Put
is
my
awesome.
cape on.
Turn around, let's see it. Let's see it from the back. There you go.
Got the cape on, y'all.
What's up, y'all? I'm just closing the show out. Y'all. Thanks for y'all. Thanks, D. Thanks, Rashida. Thanks, Micaiah. Thanks, Miss Tina, baby.
Please say that.
Hey, we're gonna do this monthly, y'all. So anybody want to come and do this poetry thing, creative writing,
Yeah.
poetry, hey,
Short stories.
short stories. We here, like I told y'all, we building a team. We building. So y'all need to come out here and holler at us. We where we at?
The refining area.
Refinery on 46. Come and holler at us. We're gonna do this once a month. And I ain't got no poetry. I just come here so y'all can see my
Thank
face.
you for closing this out, posting.
See my face, baby.
You want me to close this out, Tina?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So this was another episode of Poston Presents the Show. I want to thank you all for watching again. Please subscribe. Please press that like button. Please encourage other people to follow. Today we had Rashida and Makai. Rashida is going to close us out actually by just letting you know how you can get involved, how you can reach out to them, how you can become a part of what they're offering. And if there's, like she said, they have one that's doing BIPOC and stuff, but there's something outside of what's offered, she'll also be able to help you find a safe space for that. If you have children who are aspiring rappers, keep in mind that is poetry. Get them in a way to, be able to be effective in their verbiage and their communication. So just thanks again for subscribing and watching, and continue to help spread the word and help get us more subscribers to Post That Presents the show, so that we can make this a community effort for all of us who love sharing love. Thank you. And before I close out, I'm going to let Rashida again tell you how to get in contact and be a part of Word as Bond.
Okay, hello again. So our website is wordasbond.org, WORDASBOND.org. You can also email me directly. My email address is rgreen, so RGREENE @wordasbond.org. Thank you.